Hi there, I'm Paul Collins, co-founder of SkillsTx, and the reason that you're watching this video is because you've received an email that looks like this on the page, and you've clicked on the instruction video link which has taken you to this video. Once you've finished watching this video, come back to this email and click on the survey portal link, and that will start your self-assessment. Recommend that you keep this email as well for future, because you can stop and start the surveys at your discretion. So once you've clicked that link, you'll be taken into a home page like this. A little bit of information for you to read, but down here is where we're going to ask for your level of experience, single question that will then determine the actual surveys that you receive. So let's click this. Quite a bit of information here. Obviously let you read that at leisure. If you want more information about what these answer options are, then click the assessment guidance. Otherwise, what you do is read through each of these. They represent different stages in your career, and you select the one that is most appropriate. Starting with very early in your career, where you maybe not even had your first job, right through to a senior professional, and the final option, if you want to explore the whole Sophia framework, you can do that as well. So you select the one that's most appropriate. I'll select this one here, say that I'm a beginner, just starting my digital career, and then I'm immediately presented with a list of surveys that are relevant to the level of experience that I selected. The top 3 surveys are mandatory, very simple. I'll let you go through those at your leisure. We do have a skip option, so if you know that you don't have skills in a particular category, if you've already looked at the Sophia framework, then you can just highlight the checkbox and skip the whole survey. So if you don't want to do some of the surveys, that's fine. We'll just go in and have a quick look at this survey here, which is called generic attributes. This actually relates to the sort of soft skills you need in an employment environment. There are 5 questions that relate to each of these attributes. A little bit of a description at the top, and then a list of 7 options, and you select the one that is most relevant to you. Of course, if it's early in your career, you're likely to be selecting these ones at the top. I can pause at any time, go back to the list, and if I just come into one of these detailed surveys relating to professional skills, a little bit of detail up front, click to get started, then I'm presented with the first subcategory and a list of relevant skills. If I look at those and believe that I have one of those skills, I'll select yes, otherwise I'll select no, and then I'll go to the next subcategory and the relevant skills there. So I've got one skill here, I'm going to say yes to that. It then gives me a description of what we mean by threat intelligence, and I can click for more guidance if necessary. And if I believe I have some of the relevant aspects of this skill, I'll select yes. And this is where we actually build your skill profile. So these are the questions that are actually going to contribute to your digital CV or skill profile. We have 4 options, so you read the definition at the top. If this is something that you do frequently, at least 85% you recognize, and it's something that you just do, you select the first option. If you've maybe performed it once or twice, or only parts of it, then you'll select that you're proficient. If you have knowledge of it, but you've not really done too much or actually practiced it in a live environment, you'd select knowledge. That sort of means that you've actually been through maybe a training course, or it could be that it's something you've done previously, but it's back in your career and maybe it's not a current skill. And finally, the last one is if you don't actually recognize that, you select that it's not a good match. But also, if you don't want to record this skill because you don't want to perform it anymore, you can select that final option. You can skip at any time, and it will skip every other question in this survey. I'm 77% through this survey, so it will skip everything else. I can go back to the previous answer. If I wanted to say change this to no, then just click the back button, and as before, click pause, and it will take you back to the list and show you your completion. If I now just take you through to what happens once you've completed all of the surveys, you have to complete them all. You will then get a report. It will look like this with your details at the top. The first version will be marked as provisional because you've only completed the surveys, you've not had chance to review the skills. We give you instructions on how to do that. And if we scroll down, this is basically a record of the answers you provided. And if I keep scrolling, This is where we document the professional skills you selected and whether you selected competence, proficiency or knowledge, and then further down the actual detailed descriptions. Once you go into the planner console as described above, log in, you can then make changes, maybe add some skills, maybe remove some, now that you know a little bit more about the framework. And the next time you generate this report, all of this instruction will disappear and it will become a live version rather than a provisional version. Okay, good luck with it all. So remember, go click the link in the email and that will take you into your surveys and begin your career development planning.